Raymond Ramos here. This time we're talking about the recovery coach. A lot of questions came in about recovery coaching. I made 2 or 3 videos about this. From now on, we'll just copy and hit the link. But I became a recovery coach. How did I become a recovery coach? I was helping people, right? I was working as a peer advocate on the streets doing outreach for Música Against Drugs. Manny Maldonado in Belém. They started an organization in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and I became a volunteer. Then they gave me a stipend, and then they hired me. I became a peer advocate, peer-to-peer advocate, doing outreach work, working with sex workers and IV drug users. Right? I don't want to get too much detail about that, but it was a great work. It was an incredible honor and a privilege to work for Música Against Drugs. We was doing pre and post test counseling, people taking HIV tests. So before the test, they would get some counseling, and after the test, when they get the results, they would get counseling. And that's how it started. It was Música Against Drugs. They began to take me from training to training to training, how to speak to children about addiction, how to speak to children about HIV and AIDS, and Oasis training, KSAC training, and then the recovery coach thing came up, and I took the recovery coach course, and I became a recovery coach. It was a long time ago, and I didn't do nothing with it initially. It was just another course, and people started saying, "You could help my uncle, you could help my brother, you could help people who are not in recovery." They were referring people to me. It's referral based. I didn't know that's what you called it back then, but I was getting a lot of referrals. People saying, "Man, can you help? You can help my uncle. You can help my mother. You can help different people." And I started sitting down and coaching people. It was recovery coaching in the beginning, and then I started doing uh, premarital counseling in the church. So that was cool. I started working with couples and single people and married people. And that's how the whole recovery thing took place. It was Música Against Drugs in Broadway in Williamsburg. I started taking a bunch of courses. That came up. There was a woman who trained me at Arrive, and she was also one of the trainers for recovery. Donna Pagan, she trained me. She's been always working with people in the field and training. Great facilitator. And I got my recovery coach certificate. And then little by little, I began working with people. And then I didn't know how to charge people. What do you charge people? I was doing everything for free. Then I started charging here, charging there. And it became a thing. And then I took some more courses, and I found out, that people getting paid a significant amount of money working with different groups of people. I was used to working homeless people, mentally ill people, street addicts. I didn't know there were up and outers. There was people who had a problem and wanted help and were seeking help, and they were affluent and they wanted a different setting to work in. So that was interesting. And the rest is history. I work with people who, I never name drop. I work with famous people, athletes, performers, actors. I got to work with some pretty significant people, different countries. Never forgot where I came from. Still work with people who are on the street. I still see somebody, I talk to them or whatever. Um, and yeah, now it's a lot of referral based stuff. I went to group coaching during COVID. That was very good. I train recovery coaches. It's not very complicated to become a recovery coach. To be a successful recovery coach, that's different, right? They've made it so simple that it's almost impossible to fail. The only way to fail is not to show up, literally, right? It's 30 hours. Um, it's pretty clear. It's in the manual. All the information is in the manual. The facilitators do their job at allowing the manual to come alive, so to speak, making sure you understand and comprehend the information. But getting your recovery coach certificate is not, just showing up, taking notes, being present. That's basically it. Now, becoming a successful recovery coach, that's different. Getting your certificate, It's great. You got your 30 hours completed. Now you're qualified to, that's great. And then depending what state or country or province you live in, there may be other requirements, which is different. And depending who you want to work for, they may have their own criteria, their own credentials. I encourage people, get your recovery coach certificate and start your own coaching business. That's what I tell you. Start your own coaching business. It's doable. I did it. I know a lot of people who've done it. I've trained a lot of people to do it. There's a whole start your coaching business program you could take. So yeah. So that was I became a recovery coach almost by accident. Not I would just take another course. This one ended up becoming very lucrative. And I got to work with a lot of interesting people. Um, the certificate got me in the door, so to speak. Like I got my certificate, so that was cool. Third party credentialing is good, right? There's a form of affirmation that you get from getting your recovery coach certificate. In other states, in other countries, in other provinces, they require more than just a recovery coach certificate. A couple other things you got to do. In New York City, in New York State, there's 3 other courses that you have to take to become a SERPer, and that's basically it. So I train recovery coaches. I am a recovery coach. I'm a trainer of trainers. I'm a Dave Ramsey financial preferred coach. I'm a John Maxwell leadership coach, mentor, speaker. I'm a life coach. I got all these certifications, and I've been able to work with a lot of great people. And it's pretty simple. Simple. Don't mistake simple for easy. Simple does not mean easy. Simple means you follow this particular path, you end up in that spot. Um, Success now, business is different. You could be the best flan maker in the world. You can make the best flan. Flan is like a custard. You can make the best flan. My niece makes incredible flan. My other niece makes incredible burritos, or whatever you call something, but burrito, not burritos, tacos, burrito tacos, and they're really, really good. The best I've ever had, right? But if they don't know how to market it or get it in front of people or get people to order it and how to ship it and how to receive payments and how to get automated emails, and there's so much more than just, coaching is great. I'm a very good listener and I ask really good questions. And I have a lot of recovery capital. I have people over the world that I can refer and give options and possibilities. So that's great. But if I can't get in front of somebody, people don't know I exist. If they can't get a hold of me, how they're going to make payments? I can't respond to every email. I get so many emails, so many messages, so many calls, so many times. Look at that. I'm getting one now. Thousands. I get thousands of emails, calls, texts. I can't. So you got to have an automated system, and on and on and on. So recovery coaching is awesome. I love it. It really has helped me to travel a whole new different path and monetize my gift mix. There's nothing wrong with doing stuff for free, and there's nothing wrong with charging a fee. There's a difference between service, when doing service, and doing sales, professional. My professional life and my service life are 2 different things. My recovery life and my Christian life. You got to learn how to function in a particular setting. So, all right, I'm going to go get something to eat with my son. God bless you guys. RayRamosCoaching@gmail.com. Email me if you're interested in anything that I had to say about recovery coaching. God bless you guys. And from now on, you'll get the link. We won't be addressing this question no more. Anybody can become a recovery coach. Take the course, pay whatever it is, and you're a recovery coach. Now the party begins.